Oh, son, what's good, my boy? Welcome back. You saw the title, How to Be a Unique and Sovereign Man. This ain't no basic fucking Mark Manson self-improvement bullshit. I'm gonna try to actually go deep and have a fucking deep-ass topic here on the levels of being. This ain't no, hey dog, they're trying to demasculize you. It's going into Blade Runner, dude. You're gonna be fucking robots. No, none of that. None of that. No training shit. No training hate. None of that shit, dog. We're going to be talking about young men on the come up trying to make something of themselves. You've got the discipline to actually start doing something, but you're just like struggling. You're like, how the fuck do I just like be unique and stand out? How do I keep these thoughts in my head from like fucking with me? Let me explain. The first level, and this is the grass, the baseline level, is you've got to stop caring what other people say. And before you click off, because that's pretty generic, that's just the first step. People will say all sorts of things. I make like around 300 pieces of content a week. Whenever I first started like 8 months ago, if someone commented something negative, I would have to respond to them. It was like I was on a stage in front of possibly a million people. I gotta say something back. I can't let them say this to me. Fuck that, dog. That's how I was all the way as a teenager. Was anytime anyone said something negative to me, I couldn't be like, fuck off, I don't really care, dog. I had to like prove them wrong. I had to be like, no, dude, you're wrong because of this and this and that. It's bullshit, dog. You cannot truly be unique and sovereign if you still allow people who are below you or at your level or just in general to dictate how you think, how you act, and how you feel. You can't let them be able to access your emotions like that, because it will fuck up your creative process, and it will instill doubt in you. You can't do that. You can make a joke about it, kind of like how Filthy Frank did in the day while reading his hate comments and stuff like that. Or even David Goggins does the whole reading them and shit like that. You have to be disciplined with not allowing it to actually impact you. Whatever method you have to use. If you got to do the whole Joe Rogan post and ghost thing, which I don't really do, I like to monitor feedback. But I promise you, your first step to mental freedom will be being able to just not care about these things. And it even will go into the real world. It also goes into the real world with not having expectations of people you'll meet or trying to impress people, especially someone who you respect highly. You can have a much more fluid conversation if you just don't hold all this built up want and desire of, oh, I need them to respect me, I need the validation and all this. Fuck that shit, bro. The only validation you should be getting is from yourself, because that's the only thing that fucking matters, and that's the only thing that's going to help you at the end of this. And one tool that helps me that I constantly ask myself, someone's like, oh, dude, fuck you, dude, you got buck teeth, you got shark teeth, you talk with all this shit. And, oh, dude, fuck you, you're like a country hick redneck, dude, fuck you, man. And keep asking them, and. Or not directly to them, but yourself when you read this shit or someone insults you. And, what is the point of this? I imagine every single person that comments negative shit online is the saddest people. They're so delusional that they truly believe that their comment has an amazing effect. It's not even on no baseline shit of it makes them feel better. It's just loser shit. It's just loser shit. You're literally just the person who you're commenting on is your God. You're sitting there consuming their product, their content, whatever. And then you feel powerless to it, so you gotta comment back, fuck you, do it, fuck off. This is bullshit. So, if you can find some way, some unique way to stop caring about other people's opinions, that will truly free you down the next route. Now, the next level to this shit is idols and creating your dreams based off someone else's experience in life. I see this, and George Carlin talked a little bit about this as well. He's an older comedian. He passed away, whatever. He talks about how back in the 60s, he had a dream of being a comedian, right? But it was this traditional route of you go on TV, you be funny and all this shit. No. I want you to think about all the people I want you to think about all the figures that most people idolize, especially in like the self-improvement, all this shit. You got like someone like Joe Rogan, you got an Andrew Tate, a Jordan Peterson, a David Goggins. Alright, so you got all four of these people. You got Rogan, Tate, David Goggins, and Jordan Peterson. What's the first thing I think about when I think of all of them? A lot of people will hate on them, and they're just like, oh, just another self-improvement person saying stupid shit. These are all highly unique and sovereign individuals, but people idolize them. They create their whole personality and even their dreams based on them. Their dream, the path that they take to achieve their dreams. Someone will be like, all right, I want to be like a Joe Rogan. I want to be a comedian, right? They'll do exactly what Joe Rogan said he did. I see this so often. Someone will be like, all right, I want to be a YouTuber, and they'll get the spark of being a YouTuber through like a Hamza or a self-improvement figure, and they'll copy that dream model. And someone like Hamza even sells their dream model as you can do the same shit. And it's just not true. There is not a single YouTuber who has the same exact videos to the key. Even the people that copy them and have been successful with it, there's differences in it. Their tonality, the way they look, the way they can make connections and metaphors to things. It's all different. They don't just like word for word say the shit or repeat the actions. It's all different, and people who succeed put their own unique spin on it and realize that. You can't idolize these people to the point where you design your fucking dreams, the thing that should be uniquely you, around them. And that's what a lot of people do, is they see someone, instead of having a unique ambition, they create their dream towards it. They create their dream on what that person did and who that person is. The baseline is, do not care about what other people say about you, what they'll try to formulate that you do, or anything like that. If you have to break through that first to make ground towards the next levels. Then the next levels are being young and impressionable. You're going to have all these people, and it's super easy to just pick one of their path. And Sam Hyde, I like some of the things he says, but sometimes he just goes off into these like nihilistic tangents, and I just don't fuck with it, and he gets a little cringy. So, now, the next level, after you beat what other people think of you, and then you beat what you think of other people and want to copy from other people, then you have the level of beating your own mind. Once you have clear cut, not copied from someone else, but come up with your own unique ambition and path to achieve them ambitions, you have the view in front of you. You know what you want. Your brain is your worst enemy. It's worse than both of those other ones. The idols who you idolize, and the fucking people who talk shit about you and you can't take it. Your brain is so powerful to some people that they become depressed and kill themselves. It derails them so powerfully that they fucking derail, become depressed, and kill themselves. That's what you must avoid. You must also avoid self-sabotage with, alright, I'm on this path. Oh wait, I have this other interest, let me go in this way. You must completely be going in one direction. There's a quote, I don't know who the fuck it's by, but I remember hearing this thing where, or I think it might have been Bruce Lee, where he's like, I don't fear the man who has practiced 1,000 moves. I fear the man who has practiced one move 1,000 times. That's the type of shit you gotta be on. I believe in juggling your passions. Like, I oil paint, I play guitar, make music and shit, make these videos. But there came a time where I was like, I sat myself down and I was just thinking, contemplating to myself. I was like, alright, I can try to juggle all three of these equally, or pick two of them to just be like background hobbies, because my ego wants me to be good at all three. My ego wants me to be a master at all three of those passions. But I had to be like, alright, fuck that shit. I'm going to put two on the back burner and make them hobbies, and make one a fucking desire to go after. So, I picked the videos, the online content, all this shit to go after. Your brain will constantly derail you in different directions. Even if it's not a completely different topic or different interest. Like, let's just say I stuck with the videos. It wants me to change the type of videos. It wants me to put an artistic spin on it. It makes me want to do all this. I believe this is like this feminine, creative side of everyone's brain that makes them want to do these things. That makes them want to derail and go off onto just like bullshit that will not benefit them in the grand scheme of things. Because to make this shit happen, you have to constantly be improving every day. You can't start from ground zero every single day on some sort of ideology. Like these videos that I make, they all have a similar ideology, and that's self-improvement and mastering your mind, mastering your finances, your wealth, your relation, that type of thing. But I try to have my own unique spin on it. What your brain will do, or what my brain does, is it'll derail me and be like, you're real artistic, start making some like artistic sneako videos. You're real like this, start making this. And I have to be like, no, fuck you, I'm gonna keep going in this direction. No, dude, your idea today sucks, it's bad. Fuck you, I'm gonna keep moving forward. Keep on moving the pendulum forward. That's what you have to do. With anything. You might not be doing videos, you might be jumping around on one leg, fucking yourself with a dildo. I don't know what you do. But you have to keep moving. Maybe that wasn't the best analogy. Let me come up with another one. You might want to be a musician. There we go. That's a little bit of a better analogy. You might be moving forward with being a musician, and then it's like, no, dude, you want to make this genre of music. No, you want to make this genre of music. No, look at John Frusciante or whatever, Jimi Hendrix, he makes this style. You must go forward with one singular thing. You will destroy yourself if not. I want you to think, you can have creativity in your product. Product meaning whatever you're doing, your ambition. You can have creativity in it, but you cannot allow the creativity to dictate it. You must have logistics and discipline to dictate the majority and the direction. Think about it like you need a fucking compass, not intuition of where to go. The intuition can work sometimes, and is fun to use, but mostly it won't get you anywhere specific. You use a fucking compass of exactly, you know exactly where you're gonna go, then you can pinpoint that direction. That's what you got to do with your fucking whatever goal you have, is be logistical with it and not let the creative bug side overtake you. Another way to explain this is what I like to call the Disney paradox. Disney makes animations. You would think this is a very creative thing. It makes like these cartoons and animation for kids and stuff like that. Not to get on politics and be like Disney sucks and all that shit, but let's just use it at face value. They make animations for kids, and there's departments of people who make the animations and make the scripts and things like that and make the voiceovers, all that shit, right? These people do not allow the person who runs each one of these things, like the person over the script writing, the person over the animation, the person over the voiceovers. They don't tell them, hey dog, get this to me whenever you're ready and have fun with it. No, they implement certain parameters. Alright, this is our deadline. We have to be done by this. Don't do all of this and focus more on this part and get this shit done. You have to get it done. A lot of the problem with people chasing creative dreams is they don't implement any discipline in it. They fantasize and romanticize this Hunter S. Thompson chaotic approach. Same thing with people fantasizing Ernest Hemingway with alcohol. They love, I'm telling people to not care and to do what they feel is best for them. That's kind of what my message has been. But you must have a logistical and disciplined approach, mostly. It's fun to tap into those things, but if you really want to be realistic and not autistic about it, you have to be honest with yourself. Alright dog, I have this fucking goal, and I'm gonna derail myself if I keep allowing my inspirations and motivation to guide me. Sometimes you're gonna have shitty fucking workouts, you're gonna have shitty pieces of art, you're gonna have shitty videos. Like this one, I've rambled on. I can already tell this isn't gonna be one of my best, but I have to get the shit out because I'm moving the fucking dial one step further towards the goal. Sometimes I'll move that son of a bitch 10 steps forward if I get something and I hit a fucking piece of gold. But sometimes it's just mining through the fucking rocks until I get there. And that's what you gotta do. That's the point I'm getting at. You can be creative and have fun with shit, but if you truly want to get something done and get it fucking right and make sure you're actually progressing and not just staying stagnant, you have to have some sort of logistical and disciplined approach. That's where I believe balance comes in. I don't really truly believe in balance with work. I believe you should obsess and go as hard as you can. Fuck all the work-life balance shit. But I feel there should be a balance with with the actual formula that you use on creativity and logistics or discipline. You can't go one way towards the fucking creative side, or you'll just be like a little fairy fuck, then you'll need luck. If you don't have luck, then the shit won't happen. And you can't go too much towards the logistics and discipline side, or it'll just be boring, formulated, just like nonsense content that's not fun to watch, and you might get clicks, but it ain't really gonna have a lot of meaning to it. So you gotta find that balance of that. And once you do that, you practice what I just told you. You stop caring what other people think. You stop idolizing and making other people's dreams your dreams, and what they view as good, what you view as good, and you start becoming unique in that sense. You stop allowing your brain to like overcomplicate shit and derail you in different directions, but you stay disciplined as well as creative. That is the golden formula, and that is the path to success and to being a unique and sovereign individual. I might have rambled on a little bit. I don't really give a fuck. The clips in this video will be good. Chase paper, enjoy nature, old son. Have a great day.